And now you have to make an object of your link queue class. If you remember, we have the name as data classes, so just write here data classes, and it will add this word data context automatically. So you just have to write as it is. So data classes, data context, whatever you name it will be replaced by here, and this name will always stay this as it is, as data context with all your data classes or link queues. So in short, you cannot change this has to be here. Now any name if you want, like A equals to new and data classes data context. Now in this line, this is the object of this data class. On the basis of this object, you can access all the tables that are inside this DBML file or link queue file. Let me explain you again. On the basis of this object, which is an object of this link queue file, you can access all the tables that you have dragged here from your server explorer. I hope it's clear now. If you have any doubt, you can post your comments down. And now what we are going to do is writing the code for inserting records into our table which we have just made. And for that we have to create an object of our table. So this is our name of the table, and let's say we create an object called data is equals to new RCM TECHNO. Now this is the table name that we have just created. This is object, this can be any name, and we are creating an object of our table type. So now you can just write data. This data can access all the fields you defined in the table. We have defined two fields, that's ID and name, out of which ID is a primary key, so you cannot store any value in that yourself, as we set it to auto increment and auto seed. So it will get values automatically, and now we are going to give the value for the field called name. And for that, just write data and put a period operator or dot, and you can choose name here. Now equals, now we want to access this this text box value, so its name is txt name, and we have to write the txt name dot text. I have explained why we have to write dot text in our second tutorial, and also explain this text box control and many other controls in our first and second tutorial of ASP.NET. So please check out if you are not checked out till yet. Okay, so and this way the value of this text box will go in the name field of the table RCM TECHNO, as this data is the object of is RCM TECHNO. And that way we can just close this code by writing this change into this data classes, and that we can do by just writing a dot rcm technos dot insert on submit, and here you can write data. Now what we are doing in this code, this A is your data class and this RCM TECHNO is your table name. Remember, whenever you access your table through your data class, you have to write an S after your table name. Like if you have a table called random, then you have to put randoms if you are accessing it through your data class. And what we are going now, we are inserting on submit. When this button is called, it will insert the data that resides in object called data. This data has this name, so it will write this name and the automatically generated ID. So that's it. After that, you can just write a dot submit changes. This will refresh it with new changes, and that's it. Now let's try this code. Click on save all and then just click on default. Now just right click here and click on view in browser. There we are. Now you can just put any name here and click on submit, and that's it. The record is now generated on in your table. If you want, you can just redirect this button to another page by saying it and that the record is generated. Thank you for your registration. Let me show you how you can do that. First let me show you whether that record is generated or not. So just come to your server explorer and right click here and click on show table data. Now fingers crossed, and there we are. We have one row out of, and the ID field has got one value, and this is the name that we gave in the text box. Now let me show you quickly how you can redirect after this record is generated. Just close it. Now come to your solution explorer, right click here, add new item, and just select web form, and if you want you can just name it as thanks and Visual C# again, and click on add. Now this is your new page. Come on design view. I have explained all this in our first tutorial, so please check out that. Now come here, design view, and write thanks for registration. We hope you like our services. Regards, RCM TECHNO. Okay, so just save it and come on this code view, and after this line just write response dot redirect, and in the quotes thanks.aspx semicolon. Just remember that you don't redirect before submitting the changes. I mean, you cannot place this code anywhere above this semicolon, I mean this line, as this code should stay along always. Okay, just save it now and come on default. Let's try and run it again. Now just give any name like RCM again and click on submit. See, the page is now redirected, and if you want you can check the results again. This time it should have ID as 2, as we set it to auto increment. See, this we got it here. The ID is incrementing automatically, and there is our second row. So that's it guys. We will show you how to retrieve records from the database in our next tutorial. Please leave comments, suggestions. Thanks. It's rcmtechno.com.